led her on. And then, one day, took off to Dublin, on his own, without a word. That must have been shortly after we met. It explains the dejected look she had on her face sometimes. I wonder, does she still think of him after all these years? You know, I used to think she was comparing us, regretting the way things had worked out. But she had no cause to regret. I made sure of that. That is, up until now. You know, she's looked after that house, looked after it like she was a baby. The row she kicked up when I suggested the old man should move in. Can't blame her, I suppose. It's a funny thing that, you know, men don't think of a house in the same way as a woman does. I was listening to a guy in Pat Kenny there last week. He said that a woman's house is like an extension of her body. Can't wait around for any longer. It's time to head home. But you can be sure, I'll be back again tomorrow. And the day after. And the day after that. I need the money.
It's nearly 5:30. We should be home any minute. Oh, what did I say? Hans the Grave is here, and oh yeah, I believe you're having an affair.
I'm glad you haven't lost your sense of humour. I think that's the car. Look here, you. Keep it cool now. What's the word?
It's true then. You're not even going to deny it?
Yeah, is there any point? Truth was bound to come out sooner or later.
How long?
6 months, give or take a week.
Cora was right then.
I should have known she'd be the one to find out.
Well, at least someone had the guts to tell me. I thought you could have told me yourself after all the years we've been married.
I meant to tell you. I suppose you had a right to hear it from me.
How can this happen? Men don't do these things without a reason.
Look, I don't know, but I'm just glad it's out in the open at last.
Out in the open? All the neighbours knew before I did. Of course, the wife is always the last.
You think I meant to hurt you?
Maybe you did plan this. How am I supposed to tell? All I know is I've been living with a stranger. A scheming and lying stranger that seems capable of anything.
Okay, I want to be naked.
No! You sit down. I want you here. This affects all of us.
Oh, yes, Rose. Listen to the voice of reason, the man with all the answers.
I don't have all the answers. I wish to God I did. Do you think this has been easy for me, living a lie, a double life?
Oh, well, maybe we can have her on to dinner altogether.
Oh, yeah. Go on then. We'll invite them all. We'll sell tickets. Roll up, roll up. See the perfect family humiliated before your very eyes. So what your problem is? You were always concerned about what the neighbours thought. Plaster over the cracks, you know, make sure the facade is nice and secure. Bigger house, more expensive car. Holidays are bloody out of Mongolia.
That's not true. You're not going to blame me for your failings.
Oh, my failings? Oh, yeah. Why aren't I surprised? It always comes back to my failings. Not ruthless enough, not ambitious enough.
Don't be a calm down, lad. There's no something.
I've left this ferment and fester for long enough. Do you know that if she had her way, you'd be in a city home discarded like the rest of the rubbish?
Oh, no, it's your doing the discarding. Don't accuse me of what you're guilty of.
Guilty? Without trying.
Oh, that's right. Blame me. My wife doesn't understand me. The problem is I understand only too well.
You don't know anything about me at all. The only person you know anything about is yourself.
How dare you? How dare you? I gave up everything to make a secure home for you.
I hear you from down the street.
Nothing much. Your father's gone and found himself a mistress to console himself.
What?
I believe she's only half his age.
A mistress? At my age and bank balance? No chance. Your father has joined the ranks of the unemployed.
But Cora said...
Oh, yeah. I knew her name would appear again soon enough.
But how could this happen?
The curse of the capitalist society. All that crap Marx wrote about.
God, what's going to become of
I
me?
don't know. My brain is addled from the whole thing.
Well, what about the school trip to France?
What trip to France?
It's not my fault you lost your job. My life doesn't have to stop.
Look, I have the pension. It'll come in handy. I'm a bit put away.
God, nobody in our family was ever in this situation.
I'm thanks very much. I knew I could count on you for your support anyway.
But who was the girl on the phone?
That must have been Lisa, the girl from the antiques shop. There seems to be demand for my furniture at long last, if not my person.
Look, Eileen and me, we came through a lot worse than this. And now there's grants available and the Vincent E. Paul are involved. I'll have a word with Bob Larkin and he might be able to do something.
Look, we'll just have to face the future together when it comes.
What future would that be, Paul? What's ahead for us?
I don't know, love. I just don't know.
I can't believe anything at all these days. Why does everything need upgrading? Progress, I think they call it. I wonder if it's permanent. You remember the time when President Robinson visited Limerick? She was driving through South Hill, but the copper got there before her. They put new doors and gardens in the right houses. When she saw it, she was delighted. But she was gone. So were the doors. That's what I heard anyway. Are they living here? Apartments, I suppose. But I remember a time when people lived in flats. But of course, this is a designated area. No flats here. Only apartments with underground car parks and security cameras above, intercoms and electric gates. Anything to stop people meeting each other. The old Vincent de Paul, they cut me in the end. They certainly some kind of an old book. Said they were celebrating some anniversary or something. You know, I got to reading about the old days, and I got to thinking, does anybody have a jacks at the end of the garden anymore? Change. Everybody's looking for change, fighting for it. Dying for it, starving for it, even striking for it. I was reading here, there was a big strike in Limerick in 1919. The workers declared Limerick a republic. The Soviet, they called it. They had their own money, police, and newspapers. Everything ran like clockwork. No shagging apartments back then. You see this place? In a couple of weeks' time, some yuppie will be living here. It's inner city. It's trendy. Never mind the history. Feel the shit. I'll be with the good old days. This city has more stories to tell. These walls could talk. What would I say?
Would you put that thing away? Did you hear me? If you're coming, that would all end up in prison.
I'm taking no chances. You could be anyone.
Who'd be bothered climbing those stairs? God knows if they'd robbery in mind, they'd be sorely disappointed. Did the something wait while I was gone?
No, she's still dozing.
That's just I got a few beds from the depot in town, I guess.
Oh, I'd love a plane of packing time. Or maybe a few odd ones. But I suppose we'll have to wait until she's back.
boil an egg yourself. We're gonna have to learn them. That lass is gonna need a long rest.
Cock bottle might do the job.
What cock bottle? Has Nurse Maloney been?
No, not yet.
Then where's all these bottles coming from? Last week I thought you'd been looting tods.
I got it from the chemist in Cecil Street.
And how did you get it? Paid for it? Or did you get it on tick?
I took it on my savings.
Look, hand over the bottle. I want to look.
It's all gone. I gave it last before you came in.
And you must have been well paid for biting the hole. Look, I'll put on the kettle. Herself might like a cuppa.
We can't wait. I was due on parade half an hour ago. The sergeant is very particular about timekeeping.
Ash of 5 minutes won't make any difference. Sure, I'm a gentleman on leisure. Till tomorrow at least.
Strike is over.
It is.
The trade council has little to do. Encouraging people out of work on Easter week too.
And I suppose the military had nothing to do with it. With one permit to get into the city and another one to get out of it.
I told you then died. That Bobby Boy getting shot. That's what he gets for hanging around them military bailers.
Ah, stop your cribbing. I've heard it all before.
And you watch how you go out there.
Keep well out of trouble. And if you see Mick Duffy, tell him to hurry up. He was meant to be here this morning.
Was he at the meeting?
No, I knocked for him, but there was no answer.
Maybe he too strict last night.
There's some chance of that. But every city, pub in the city closed since the strike started. Something, wake up. Have a cup of tea here for you.
Oh, Matt, I must have dozed off. Is the meeting over?
The meeting's over right enough. And the strike is over too. All those not requiring a permit have to return to work. Bishop Halligan and Mayor O'Mara came up with a peace formula. We've no choice, I suppose, but to go back to work. But what kind of men allow them to erect barriers around their city? Why are they putting up some sort of a fight? Not the union in Dublin have a lot to answer for. And they refuse to bring the railway men out.
What are you going to do?
Go back to the mill company. If I can get my job back, that is.
Don't talk stupid. Sure, we're one of the best workers there. There was even talk of promotion.
But there's little chance of that now. Please won't take too kindly to me being on the strike committee.
And what were you supposed to do? Go back to work when the whole city was on strike?
I don't know. I just thought things would be different, that's all.
Now that we've our own parliament, you mean?
Something like that.
Sometimes I can't make head nor tail of the situation. What's that new crowd in Dublin? The Doll? Where's Teddy?
He's gone for a walk, I think.
He's acting very peculiar.
Worse than usual, you mean?
He has all sorts of things hidden under the floorboards, and not too keen to say where they came from. And he started that other business too, about having to be on parade.
Oh, I know he has. I just hope he's not getting bad again. Look, I'll have a word with him later on.
Do. I don't want to see him getting mixed up in any sort of trouble. Whatever bit of sense he had, it was shot down of him in the trenches.
Look, you finish your tea before Nurse Maloney comes. Sure, it looks like you'll be relying on Teddy to look after you from now on.
I don't think I'll need looking after for much longer.
A woman's fancy, that's all that is. You'll be back on your feet again in no time. The dust from the flour mill's just got into your lungs. So Brig Maloney told me that herself.
Breed, on first name terms now, are we? Teddy won't like that.
Go away with you. She can have her pick. I'm sure Teddy wouldn't be in the running.
Oh yeah, get me that mirror. I want to look my best, in case she brings a handsome doctor with her.
It's only me.
Oh, come in. Welcome.
Hello, how are you?
How are you,
Matt?
Well, I suppose you heard the strike's over.
I did.
If we'd only had some support, we could have held out.
I was outside the mechanics when the news broke, and the people, they just walked away without a word. You know, I had a strange notion I was a child again, and Joseph O'Mara was singing on the top of Hearthstone House. You know, Joseph O'Mara, the tenor, his family owned that place.
No, I heard a rumour that Vincent de Paul are going to buy that place. It's a fine building.
Are you feeling any better?
Oh, a little, but the coughing is terrible. It's keeping everyone awake at night. Teddy got me a mixture, some lemon and honey. This doesn't seem to be doing me any good.
Won't do you any harm. Now let me see. Now, would you look at that? You might as well have that now with a cup of tea, because it'll only go stale in there anyway. A spoonful of this should see you Am I? Your chest is still very clogged. You could do with a good long rest.
It's the children I'm worried about. I can't expect Matt to look after them. And as for poor Teddy, sure he can't even look after himself.
Look, I've told her time and time again not to be worrying about these things.
He's right. That could only make things worse.
I'm trying to be sensible, that's all. I've a few shillings put aside in the penny bank. Not much like, just to cover expenses.
Do you want me to ask the conference members to call around for a visit?
Do. It'd be best to get things sorted out. I have a terrible fear of a pauper's grave. Our grandmother's family came to this house. Not long after the Great Hunger. She had the very same dread.
I'll call the doctor and see will he take a look at you. Now will you try and get 1 hour's rest? Matt will make a bit to it. And Constance will be home later on.
Oh, she will, please God.
Look, you go on, Brid. Try and look after things here.
I won't be long anyway.
But I did have something to do. I'd rather someone to say. But if you keep...
It's not Tady again, is it?
No, not this time. But my pal McDuffie seems to have gotten himself lost.
Alright, he'll turn up. Listen, I'll try not to be too long.
We'll see you, Brid.
There's no need for you to stay on my account. I'll be grand.
I'm a bigger idiot to be worrying about nothing anyway. Reed is right. He'll turn up in his own time. Come in, it's open.
I was wondering if I could have a few words with you, Matt. Private, like.
But if it's anything to do with the strike committee, I don't want to know.
No, it's something else. How are you, something? I'm sorry for calling at such an awkward time. You'll be sick enough.
You have your chat. I won't pay any heed. Sure, I'm half asleep as it is.
Come on, man, don't you spit it out.
McDuffie's been arrested. A dawn raid.
But we were together till late last night.
So I believe. Weren't you supposed to meet him this morning?
I was. We had some business to do.
McDuffie always kept his nose out of trouble. Only you, me, and Delaney knew what he was up to.
Are you implying that I had something to do with his arrest?
No, I'm not saying anything about you, Matt, directly.
Well, then say what's on your mind. There's no need for innuendo with me.
It is like this. Teddy is still very friendly with some of his comrades in the barracks.
I won't deny that he is. But you know the story as well as I do. Teddy hasn't been right since the war.
He didn't have to go. Even before the war, he made it clear which side he was on.
Many an Irishman went. And not just to fight for Catholic Belgium, but for 3 meals a day and a new pair of boots. Teddy's no more an informer than I am.
He was seen last night chatting to Sergeant Quinn. Very tight, they seemed.
But I can't vouch for that. But Teddy wouldn't do anything underhanded.
You'd have to be questioned, Matt.
Well, I'll do it myself.
Delaney thought that might be best for the moment, as a courtesy to yourself.
A courtesy, he calls it. You're worse, Kieran, to believe the word of a stranger ahead of mine. You've known me all your life, and Teddy as well.
But this is out of my hands. Delaney was sent down by GHQ. He called the shots.
Well, in every sense of the word. But if the lady has any questions for me or any of my family, he can do it himself. And you can tell him I said that.
I will. I'll be back in a while. Listen, try and have a few words with Teddy before then.
What was that all about?
It wasn't for your ears.
That was about Teddy. Is he in some sort of trouble?
Look, it's nothing I can't sort out. Look, all that stuff he has in the box. Do you have any idea where it came from?
No, not at all. But he was always one for saving.
I'm gonna have to take a look.
Do you think you should?
I've no choice.
Oh, will you tell me what this is all about? For God's sake.
I shouldn't. But I suppose you're bound to find out anyway. Mick Duffy's been arrested. And the lady thinks Teddy had something to do with it.
Our Teddy? Sure, he has no reason to make trouble for Mick. What's going to happen to him?
I wish I knew. But I don't trust that Delaney. I never have.
You knew him before. In Dublin.
Well, I met him once or twice in Liberty Hall, the time of the lockout. Then I've seen him again, the time Pearson Casement addressed the big meeting down here.
Well, sure, he should know then you can be trusted.
Look, it's hard to know what he thinks. He never gives any indication. That fella'd suspect his own mother. But something Mick Duffy said last night is going round and round in my head. It was like a child with a secret. He said all he needed was the proof.
The proof of what?
I wish I knew, but I'm sure it involves Delaney.
I can't make any sense out of it.
Look, you have a rest before the doctor gets here. And we'll constantly yourself. Don't go worry and worry yourself.
Poor child, working like a slave in service, and then coming home to all sorts of trouble. I was dreaming of her last night. Herself and Pat. I seem to be dreaming a lot of Pat these days. As if he's waiting for me.
Look, don't you go worrying yourself. I won't let anything happen. Now I'm going to have a look at that box.
Matt, the doctor's here to see herself. I met him on the way to the surgery.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
Hello, doctor. Look, I'm just going out for a breath of air while you see to your sister.
Assumpta, the doctor's here to see you now.
I have no money to pay him.
That's all taken care of. Now sit up, please, and loosen your nightgown.
Now, Assumpta, what seems to be the problem?
I've a terrible cough, doctor, and I can't seem to get rid of it.
Are you taking something for it?
The other doctor, the one in the dispensary, he gave me a bottle. It's not doing any good.
Tell me, Assumpta, how long are you working at the mill now?
About 12 years. I took time off when Constance was small, but I went back 2 years ago. That was when my man was killed.
Oh, I remember it well. God rest his soul. Fell off the cart when the horse bolted. Our sure's no wonder stick to the roads. You know, I always thought this government should spend less money on the military presence in this country and more money on the roads. Your brother Matt, he was a member of the strike committee, wasn't he?
Oh, they've done a great job, doctor.
We should ask that strike committee to see the state of our roads. They'd have the city up and running in no time.
Well, maybe this new Sinn Féin government, they will up and get the ball rolling. Your other brother, Tim, how is he now?
Oh, still the same, doctor.
Terrible, terrible business. The youth of a whole generation wiped out. You know, I always thought the lucky ones were the ones who died. The other ones, like your brother, they will have to carry the memory the rest of their lives. Wait, will you pass my bag, please? I'm just going to examine your chest now, so just relax yourself. Now, a deep breath. And again. The dust is all clogged up in your lungs or something. I'm afraid the outlook is not good.
I know that, doctor. I know many people it's happened to.
Too many. Too many. Now, you must not even think about returning to work.
Oh, I know my working days are over. I'm not getting any better, am I, doctor?
I won't lie to you, Assumpta. Now, what you have to do is to rest as much as possible and drink plenty of liquids. But not that spring water. That damn stuff has been the cause of more deaths in the city than all the road accidents put together.
It's a bit late for me to be worrying about my health.
I'm sorry I had no better news for you. I'll call in a few days, just to see how you are.
Oh, doctor, about the money for the visit.
Don't worry your head about that now. Sure, I've been well fed over the years. She'll breathe here. She'll make you a nice cup of tea. That's all you ladies seem to do. Drink tea and chat. Good day.
Drink tea and chat. Little does he know. He's a fine fella. Never takes a penny.
No fine carriages for him. He walks everywhere, you know. Lives in a room in William Street, and it's no bigger than this.
Have you thought any more about becoming a doctor yourself?
I have, but I'm not being taken seriously anyway. And my mother, she's scandalised. She thinks I should be off out looking for a husband. The word spinster has come up in conversation quite a lot recently.
You could do a lot worse than stay single. I suppose you'd be looking for a wealthy man, if you were looking in that direction at all.
Good God, no. There's no point marrying a man for his money. Sure, he might turn out to be a miser. I've seen as many people destroyed by wealth as by poverty. Before I was working with the society, I was nursing a girl. She was as healthy as sin. But the minute she sneezed, the doctor was sent for her. That's the worst kind of a poverty. A poverty of the spirit.
Our Matt now. He'd make some lucky girl a fine husband.
Not you two. Have you had lessons from my mother?
He was only talking about you this very day. Said you were a grand lass. Said it was a pity he'd so little to offer.
Get away out of that now. I'm sure he said no such a thing.
I may be sick, but I'm not blind, and neither are you. A woman knows these things.
Would you ever try and get an hour's rest? Dr. Redden will blame me if you get any worse. Now, I peel the potatoes and leave them ready, okay?
Oh, it'll save Mac the job. He still has to be house trained.
Ah, Nurse Maloney, I know you'd come to see me.
Your sister has just had the doctor.
There's no faith in them at all. Not one of them would give me a note saying I wasn't fit for duty. House doctors more like.
I don't think Dr. Redden was ever in the army. He has more sense.
That coughing of hers is terrible. I'm awake all night with a racket.
It's not pleasant for her either, so go quietly now. She's having a nap.
Are you cooking the dinner? I'm starving.
I don't have time. Look, I'm leaving it ready.
Where's Matt?
No, he's gone out while the doctor was here.
I just wanted to tell him that McDuffie was shot.
What?
Shot dead while trying to escape. I seen him go in the ambulance.
What's wrong?
McDuffie was shot.
Oh, God. Does Mac know?
I don't know. You should have seen the blood. All over
Would
it.
you ever learn to keep your mouth shut? Your sister has enough to worry her without this as well.
It's all the talk we want to town. It's time we've forgotten about. I hope this isn't going to stop another one. I suppose he'd have a big funeral now, like that bum fella lying in state, in the crowd sporting, bleeding white and gold armbands. He doesn't know.
You can stop upsetting your sister now or get out of this house.
Well, then he can-
Sit down like a good man. The last thing she needs now is a row.
Mick's been murdered.
Katie heard it in the town. It's true then.
I kept seeing it over and over in my head, all the way home. His body lying riddled with bullets in the middle of Henry Street. Many's the game we played there, Katie. You, me and Mick. And bloody were the games. Charging with the Light Brigade, or fighting with Wellington and Waterloo. Bang, bang, you're dead. Only this time, Mick won't be getting back up.
He was shot by trying to escape. That's what I heard.
Mick was too clever for that. But he was going down for a reason.
There was more to him than meets the eye. I heard in confidence he was a frequent visitor to the Wolf Toy Club, a well-known haunt of the IRA.
Can't you keep your mouth shut? You heard this, and you heard that. But I can tell you now, in confidence, that Mick Duffy had nothing to do with the Wolf Town Club, or any other club. I didn't believe Kieran, but maybe you were the cause of all this.
Me? What did I do, me? How can I be caught anything? I always mind my own business.
You seem to know more than what's healthy. And your friend the sergeant was there when they gunned Mick down. Maybe you've been saying more than your prayers.
Oh, leave it, Max. Just leave it for now.
No! I want to know if my own brother is an informer.
Informer? Who said that?
I was said. And by God, they better not be telling the truth.
Look, I had just better go now.
Look, thanks, Breed.
I know informer.